If you're looking to buy a home in this market, there's no question that we are reaching affordability ceilings. And so not every single house is flying off the market in 1, 2, or 3 days. However, the ones that are priced right and are still in great condition are still seeing multiple offers. So if you find yourself in this market looking to buy a home, but you're reaching the max of your affordability and you're in multiple offers and you really want to win, what can you do to help set your offer apart? Well, I'm telling you guys, the love letter from you to the seller can make a world of difference. I'm going to tell you about a few situations where it's helped our clients win and pull on not just the numbers and the mindset of the seller, but also their heartstrings. Let's talk about it. All right, hey guys, welcome back. It's Eric Sztanyo from Keller Williams Realty and TeamStanyo.com, where we are helping you find your home and strengthen your family. I'm here today in the lovely Fort Mitchell, Kentucky. I love this street. Tons of beautiful homes. It's mid-July. The grass is cut. The American flags are waving. It's a beautiful day to be out here. I was out shopping this weekend with one of the Sztanyo Clanyo, who was here in town. They're moving to the city. And guys, we help so many people who are relocating and moving to the Northern Kentucky or Cincinnati area. This family had a job that they're coming down to work in the city, and everything's really fast. They got young kids, they're trying to get a house, and they're in that price range that honestly can be really difficult to purchase. They're kind of in that 200,000-ish price range, maybe a little bit 200, 225. And when you're talking about real estate markets and buyers, that price point is generally where you have the most amount of buyers. Usually as you go up in price, it gets knocked down a little bit at each level in terms of the amount of buyers and competition you're gonna have for any particular house. Now, in this case, with these buyers, we had seen a number of houses. We kind of scouted out a number of neighborhoods. They ended up deciding going a little bit further, like maybe a 5-10 minute longer commute to get into the neighborhood that they wanted, where they felt like their kids would be safe and really enjoy living in that house. And so we found a house. It came on the market the first day. Now, in this market, we are seeing more and more houses sit longer, maybe 1, 2, even 3 weeks. And if you put an offer on a house like that, that's been sitting, typically you're not going to be competing against any other buyers. Typically it's probably a little bit overpriced, and more than likely you can get it for under the ask price. But when we have a lot of buyers who are traveling here in town and are in for the weekend, you're going to see the most amount of new homes hitting the market on that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and that's what happened in this scenario. A new home hit the market, we saw it the first day, and here's kind of what unfolded and how the letter helped them win. I actually showed this house the other day to another couple, and it's quite lovely, so I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek here. All right, we're inside here, so story time continues. So unlike this house, which is a flip and has been sitting here for quite a while, in fact, the agent has dropped the price. It's a really nice home. They just started it way too high and it's been sitting for a while. In the other situation with my buyers, they were looking at our house that had just hit the market. So we were kind of the first people in there. And what we tried to do was a strategy. It doesn't always work, but we tried to do first was get their offer in, give a deadline, and try to get it under contract before many other people could get in there and put in an offer. Now, unfortunately, that didn't end up working. They kind of called our bluff and they said, hey, we got an open house tomorrow. We want to get as many people in here as possible. We're going to try to get multiple offers, which they did. We got a multiple offer notice that night and they said, please send in your highest and best offer by Sunday night at 8 p.m. So at this point, I went back to my buyers and I gave them some strategy tips, things we could do, such as an escalation clause. We talked about adjusting the offer, but I also recommended that they write a letter to the seller. And here's the truth, guys, they don't always work, okay? They don't work every time, but I've never really seen a letter hurt a buyer because you're indicating to the seller that you are interested in the property, that you want the property, so much so that you'll write a letter to them. And what do sellers want? They want people who are going to be committed to the process, people who are going to close on the house. Ultimately, sellers want to sell their house. And so if they get a letter from someone saying, this is how badly I want the house, it's only going to help. So what happened next? Well, the listing agent reached out to me, gave me a little bit more information, which was really helpful in going back to my buyers and kind of adjusting where we needed to be in order to beat out the other offer, but not be too high. And at that point, that's when we suggested the letter to the seller. I'm gonna read you this letter now, and I'm gonna tell you some things that are really good about it and why I think it helped them win this deal. All right, so let's take a look at this letter from my buyers that helped them win this house. It says, "Dear seller, we are so grateful that you're taking the time to review our offer. To give you a little information about us, we are blank and blank. We recently received the news that we would be relocating from the Cleveland area for an amazing job opportunity. We will be bringing along with us our 2 little boys, ages 4 and 2, and this is obviously a very big and last-minute move. We've been so anxious to find a home where our kids will be able to feel comfortable and then be able to start prepping them for this huge change." Okay, I want to pause right there for a minute, because what this buyer's doing is very good. She's setting the stage, she's telling a story, and she's creating a little bit of a dilemma here, right? This is a recent change. We've got young kids. It's going to be a huge change for them. And so there's some anxiety and some pressure there. So you're hooking in the seller, right? You're not trying to be manipulative. You want to be honest. This is actually really what's happening. But you can see when any good story has some sort of drama that needs to be resolved. Moving on. When we saw the listing of your home, we were instantly excited. When we toured your home, we just knew we could see a life for us there. So as we continue to read this on, I want to again point out something that was done really well here, which is visualization, okay? And trying to help the seller understand, oh man, actual people are going to live here, a family's going to move here, and they're going to really enjoy my house. And so again, you're going, regardless of what the home sells for, there's this extra benefit of the fact that you're buying it from a person with feelings, a person with a heart. And if they could see the home going to someone who would really enjoy the home, there's value in that. That makes them feel really good. All right, back to this. We could just see a life for us there. Watching the boys explore your home and yard and be so excited about it definitely sealed the deal for us. We just felt at home. We could see our children playing for hours in the backyard. We can see amazing memories being created when our parents, who we will miss dearly when we move, come to stay. So you're bringing in that family idea of like, we want the grandparents to come, they can come visit us. We see sleepovers with out-of-town cousins in the family room. Again, you're painting this picture of the home being used and people and family. It's great. We could see the Christmas tree in the living room. We just see so much potential for an amazing life with our family in this home. But most importantly, you accepting our offer would allow us to give our boys the home we always envisioned for them and make this life-altering change a little easier on their hearts. So there it is. You got that visualization of all the things you can see, but full circle to resolve that drama of this is going to be a hard thing for our boys. We're uprooting them from the home that they know and from their grandparents and from their cousins. But if we were able to get your house, it would help make this transition a lot easier. Finishing up this letter, we're so excited by the opportunity to give our boys such an awesome house to call home. Thank you again for considering our offer. Awesome letter. Good job. So all of you guys watching this, take note, and they did this great. You can use this template. Again, what you don't want to do is make it feel fake or inauthentic. List some details about the house that you actually like. Make it real to you. If you don't really feel it and you're not offering on the house because you really feel it, then don't write the letter. But if you really do want the house, writing a letter like this can go a long way. And I will say this one helped them win the contract. Additionally, we've had 2 other buyers in the last few weeks, including one today, that won a contract. They were a VA loan, so they've got a military background. Turns out the seller had a military background as well and a lot of connections there, even the same base and things. So that can really help you win the deal, write those letters. So what happened in this situation? We won. We got under contract, and honestly, the listing agent called and said, look, the offers were really close, but I think the letter put it over the top for the seller. That's what we're trying to do in these situations, guys. That's why when you're putting in an offer and you know it's multiples, it's totally worth it to go ahead and write a little bit about story, because story is so powerful. Story wins and story can capture hearts. I've seen it many times where a seller will take a buyer's offer because the story is so powerful. Even if they're receiving thousands of dollars less, story matters and emotions matter. These are people who are selling their houses just like you and me. So write those letters, put the best smiling picture of your family as you can on it, make it as sappy and as emotional as possible, but also make it specific to that property and why you like it so much. I think where it can go wrong is where you're making them too generic and they don't stand out for the crowd. It feels like you're just kind of going through the motions. Take the time, make it specific, and it can go a long way and help you win the house. All right, guys, so whether you are buying a $200,000 house or $1 million house, we don't care. We would love to help you out. Our mission is to help you find your home and strengthen your family. We believe home is where families grow strong together, and we believe strong families bless the city and the world. So we'd love to help you out if you're looking to move to the Northern Kentucky or Cincinnati area. We've helped hundreds and hundreds of with people move here. It's kind of our expertise, helping you get to know the area, but also helping in these strategic negotiations where you have to beat out somebody else. All right, guys, I'm gonna hop back in the Sztanyo Vanyo here and head home to my wife and kids, but I hope this video was helpful for you. You know, whether it's writing a letter or any other kind of negotiation help you need, we would love to help you with that. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hey, if you're looking to buy or sell in the Cincinnati or Northern Kentucky area, we would love to be your real estate team of choice. Email us at info@teamsztanyo.com to get started. Hoo day, let's go Reds. We'll see you in the next one.